Everyday racism does not exist. Do you speak Nigerian? I have mixed emotions about George Floyd. Women didn't get their rights to vote by doing a peaceful protest. And it's like, I don't believe that all cops are bad. OggyOg. Thanks. Yo, what's up people? It's your boy Oggy and we are back with another video. And today, well, as you can tell by the title, I lost my voice for a week and I'm showing you guys exactly how I did that. I'm not gonna lie, it took me about 10 minutes just to do that intro and I'm a bit out of breath. I used to be so much fitter back in the day when I did sports. Did somebody say sports? Well, My Sports is a one-stop shop dedicated to everything you will need fitness-wise. On their website, which is right here, and link will be in the description. They offer from a range of tops, shorts, thermal jackets and ties for men, women and juniors because they do not discriminate. Nutritional food, Garmin watches, sports cameras and many more. Links at the top of the description, so make sure you do check them out, and also I've left the contact number there and name in case you want to ask any more questions. Okay, back to the video. So today guys, in this video I'm going to be talking to you about these topics. As I've stated in my post advertising this video, it's very important that you watch this video all the way through. I'm just going to be talking to you about my view on the whole BLM movement. Naturally, I am pro-black, but however, me being pro-black doesn't mean I'm anti-white. Pro-black for me means that I uplift black people and black culture. That doesn't mean that I disregard any other culture, whether that's white, Asian, or any other culture out there. I just want to make that clear. But before we get into all of that, I prepared a little clip for you. I went to a Black Lives Matter protest. I kind of got a little bit overboard and I kind of lost my voice for a week, and this is how I did it, so enjoy the video.
Hey guys. It's like I turned on the camera and then you just laughed. Today is Sunday the 7th of June and we are going to the Black Lives Matter protest. Today's one's going to be at the US Embassy. They've done like lots of different ones. For the most part it's been like super peaceful, so we're really hoping that it's going to be peaceful. But Yolanda has been to so many protests, right?
Yeah, there's always like a first wave and then a second wave. So your first wave are like families that are coming to support the movement or any cause. Everything is really quite peaceful, and then sometimes what happens is you get a bit of a shift. There's always like one or two unruly people, and you know, like yesterday they threw a brick that hit a police officer's horse.
Oh yeah, the horse one. The horse.
Yeah. It's just about kind of knowing to get in, get out, support, do your thing, and not get caught up.
And I, like, to be honest with you, we are about to make history in this generation. We're just not having it. Like, not just us as in black people, but like also people of other races and our white friends. Literally everyone's just like, nope, racism is so yesterday. So it just feels so nice to be part of like history. And next to Yolanda's husband. Say hi, Oma.
Peace.
And then Bright's in the corner.
Oggy.
Oi, oi, oi. That's like a senseless plug for Bright's YouTube channel.
Literally so many people here, it's amazing. I just wish I brought like a megaphone with me because
No.
some guys got it and I'm jealous. I want my verse to be holding.
No, we don't need a mega.
Oh
my
you see
God.
what I mean?
No peace! No peace!
My guy. Okay, so we're out here. We've got this guy taking pictures of us in the background as we're walking up through. Look at how many people are here. This is amazing. OggyOg done. Hope you enjoyed that. If you do like what you've seen so far, please go down there and smash that like button down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos that I post in the near future. Okay, so let's talk about the first topic, George Floyd. I have mixed emotions about George Floyd. Don't get me wrong, it was a shame and absolute tragic what happened to him, and his family deserve justice. However, I don't agree he should be put on this sort of pedestal where he was this upright, standing citizen that everyone's trying to make him out to be. If you guys do your history on George Floyd, you will see that actually he had a long history of criminal activities. Even that said, that doesn't justify what happened to him, because that is completely wrong. What I don't agree is the way he lived his life. I don't think that he should be seen as this upstanding citizen that everybody should be proud of as an inspiration. In my time researching on George Floyd, I noticed that he has a 10-year history of drug possession. I think the biggest thing for me was me finding out that he and a couple more of his friends or associates rushed this pregnant woman at her house to steal jewelry, and George Floyd put in a gun. Although I don't condone selling drugs, but it's one thing to be a hustler and sell drugs, that's fine, but it's another thing to put your gun to a woman's, not even a woman, a pregnant woman's stomach. That is disgusting. That goes back to my point that I don't agree that George Floyd is an upright, standing citizen that everybody should be looking up to. From what I read about him, he obviously didn't live his life in the most poetic way, but that's fine. None of us are perfect, but he is not somebody who we should be looking up to as a black community. Once again, for the record, I am not saying that all of that deserves him to die the way he did. He didn't even deserve to die, period, regardless of his history. He deserved to be locked up, yes, for what he done, especially with the pregnant woman situation, but death was completely out of the question. Okay, let's talk about the second part of this, which is everyday racism. Now, some of you, especially in the UK, will think to yourselves, what is everyday racism? And probably even think to yourselves, everyday racism does not exist. And if you honestly think that, you are a little bit lost. It's literally what you breathe. I'm not saying that white people are racist. What I'm saying is the system in this country is racist, and people are born into a racist system, and that is why they discriminate. I think what people are forgetting is that what they say on a day-to-day basis and actions that they do towards someone, it affects people deeper than you actually think. Some people actually really be affected by everyday racism and don't even say anything about it because they just have accepted that it is the normal. That doesn't mean that it's right. Listen to these examples. Okay, so first example, if a black guy talks properly or articulately, you'll get someone saying to him, "Oh, you're well spoken, aren't you?" Or even on the other side of that, if you get a black person talking properly or articulately again, you get someone accusing that person of talking white. You've heard this a few times, whether you're black, white, Asian, whatever, you've heard this. Another one is when a white person comes back from holiday all tanned up and they talk to their black friend and they're like, "Oh mate, I'm well dark now. Oh, I'm almost as dark as you, ain't I?" Yeah, can you just go and give that to the guy over there? Just hand this over to the guy over there, please. Oh, which guy is that? Oh, the black guy. The black guy over there. Yeah, give it to the black guy. Oh, you're into sports, are you? What do you play then? Basketball? You know what? You look like you listen to hip hop. Mate, put some music on, will you? Yeah, what do you want me to put on? Oh, you know, put on some black music. Where are you from then, fella? Oh, I'm actually from central London. Yeah, I've been living there for like, what, 2 years? Nah, mate, nah. Where are you from? Were you born in this country then? No, I was born in Nigeria. Oh, born in Nigeria, were you? Oh, that must have been hard. Do you speak Nigerian? For the record, before I carry on, that is one of the most annoying ones, as Nigerian is not even a language. Anyway, we're gonna move on. Oh yeah, you know what, mate? I've got a friend who looks just like you, you know. Yeah, bro. Have you met Idris from down the road? No? Oh yeah, you'll have a lot in common with him. Oh mate, stop talking black, mate. You're the whitest black guy I know. Now, some of these things might be said by some people as a light-hearted joke. I get that. But my question for you is that, why do you feel the need to say it? Why is it so important for you to say, "Oh, I'm almost as black as you"? Why do you need to ask where I'm from? Why do you assume that I only like hip-hop music or R&B music? Why assume that because somebody else is black, I would have something in common with them just because they are black? Why is there a need to ask what country I was born in? Why? And one thing people need to understand is that there is no such thing as talking black. We're just talking. You can't talk a color. That's not a thing. There's no such thing as being brought up white or being brought up black. It's literally just all stereotypes. That's it. Okay guys, so in case I didn't make any sense, I just want to quickly elaborate on that. So what I meant by not being brought up white and not being brought up black is that you can't be brought up as a color. You can only be brought up with culture. So me, I was brought up with African culture. Some of you will be brought up with English culture or British culture. I just wanted to make that clear in case you didn't really understand what I was talking about, but hopefully that should have cleared that out now. Okay, back to the video. You see hip hop music videos with black people talking a certain way, dressing a certain way, and you would assume that's how all black people are. So when you see a certain black person acting different, you question, you're not really black. You're not acting black. This guy's acting white. He's not acting black. What does acting white or acting black actually mean? Black is what I am, not what I'm trying to be. I'll say it again. Black is what I am. It is not what I'm trying to be. White is what you are. It's not what you're trying to be. Asian is what you are. It is not what you're trying to be. Any other race or culture is what you are. Okay, so my next topic is systematic racism. Now, for some of you who don't understand what this is, I'll put it on the screen right now. Okay, so starting with stereotypes. If somebody got stabbed in London, what race are you automatically going to assume it is? You're going to assume it's black. And for some of you who don't assume that, fair play to you, but the vast majority of people will assume it's black. If the media told you there was a terrorist attack in London, what race are you going to believe it is? No, actually no, scratch that. If the media told you there was a terrorist attack and the person was Muslim, what race are you going to assume it is? The first race that's going to come into your head is Asian. As soon as you hear terrorist, you could say, okay, there are some black terrorists, white terrorists. As soon as you hear Muslim, your mind goes straight to Asian. Actually, there are black Muslims and there are also white Muslims. So why do you automatically think Asian? That is because the media will paint a clear picture for you to believe that this terrorist attack has come from, or terrorist attacks can only come from, Asians. The exact same with black people and the stabbings. When the media puts out the stabbing, if it's a black person, they always put black in the title to make you know, or to make you always assume whenever there's a stabbing, it's going to be a black person or black people stabbed. That is the stereotype. And for those of you who still disagree, when something happens to a white person in the news, do they ever specify that the person is white? No matter what happens, do they ever put white male in the headline news? They don't. But when it's a black person, it's always black man or Muslim man or Asian man or woman. The wrong things that the black race or the Asian race do, the media puts in their race to make it believe that everybody from that race or from that culture or that background does that violent act, and it's disgusting. That is why for years and years and years we have struggled in this systematic racism, because by the media painting you this picture of how these races are, or what they want you to assume these races are, it makes the people of the community think twice about how they behave around them or what they say to them or want to be associated with them. When I'm on the bus traveling in central London, I can't count the amount of times that white people will not sit next to me, or even on the train, like people will not sit next to me. Or if there's another seat next to another white person, they will go and sit there until there's no available seats at all. Then they come and sit next to me because it's like, oh, I don't want to seem like I'm racist, so I have to go and sit there now. What you hear of how black people are, you live that in your everyday life. This is what I mean by people aren't racist, the system is racist, and people are born into a racist system. Really, really ask yourself, to an extent, do you treat black people or Asian people different how you treat white people? The answer is yes, you do. That doesn't mean that you're racist, but you've been taught by the media, subconsciously or consciously, that these people are a particular way, and that's made you a little bit cautious. Just literally think about it. Okay, my final part is my message to black people. As frustrating as it is for me and it is for every other black person out there, we've got to do our part to help, and it's not just as easy as getting angry anymore. Yes, we are angry. Yes, we are fed up, and yes, we are tired of the racist system that we all live in. But if we really want to make a change, we've got to do our part to make that change. There's a small part of me that doesn't believe in donating money to all all these BLM movements or trust funds towards like black communities. I just have trust issues in thinking that a large amount of that money will go towards greedy people's pockets. That's how this whole thing started. Like even like with slavery, it's all about greed and white supremacy. I just don't think that's really changed in nowadays society. I just don't think it's as in your face as it used to be. So as much as I would like to say donate, that's not the immediate solution that we should be taking. It should all start from home. That's the foundation of executing racism once and for all. And also in the workplace, as you're going out for a walk, if you're going to a restaurant, if you hear something or see something that's discriminative, you should stand up and you should say something. A lot of people say that it's not their duty to explain to people that they shouldn't be discriminative or to explain to them that they are being discriminative. But if every single person had that mentality, nothing will get done. To an extent, it is not your duty, but if you really want to change, you have to do it. If you talk to 10 people and you change one person's mind, you've still done something right. You've still achieved something. Like I said, if everybody had your mentality of not it being like, oh, it's not my responsibility to talk to this person to change their mind and why I think they're wrong, you clearly don't want change as much as you think you want change. Another part is we need to stop discriminating our own colour. I can't count the amount of times that we in the black community discriminate each other. Black girls get it the most, and that is honestly so disgusting. Using phrases like lighty, light skin, dark skin. People who are dark skinned shouldn't have to be ashamed of their colour. Some dark skinned people bleach their skin. We should be uplifting our own culture, because if we don't do it, nobody's gonna do it for us. We have to be the prime example of how we want every other race or culture to treat us. But we have to treat ourselves with respect first before we demand respect. And to be honest, it doesn't matter if you're black, light skin, if you're lighty, if you're dark skin. Society classes us as black. We are literally all black. I want to change just as much as you want to change, but we have to change ourselves first. But I do disagree with people saying that white people are racist. I genuinely don't believe that white people are racist. If you think about it, there are black people who are racist to black people. There are Asian people who are racist to Asian people. There are white people who are racist to white people. We are in a racist system. And it's like, I don't believe that all cops are bad. There are some corrupt policemen, that's a definite. But that doesn't mean that the small minority who are corrupt mean that the larger scale of policemen or all policemen are corrupt. There are some policemen who literally go to their job, do their job very, very well, and then go home. And I think it's bad that we are saying that the small corruption in the police force reflects on every policeman. How can we say that and then not expect people to think the same about black people? The small amount of black people that are stabbing people, are we then all the same who stab people? No. I don't know, man. I just want peace. And I want everyone to understand that even though everything's up in the air, like with all the riots and stuff, it's a sad time. I disagree with what's happening, especially what people are doing with animals and the horses and how people are treating the policemen who just want to do a good job. As much as I don't agree with it, I just want to point out women didn't get their rights to vote by doing a peaceful protest. It did end up with rioting and women being put in jail. But if that didn't happen, would their voices have been heard? The gay community, to get their rights, their protest ended up in violence as well. But if it didn't, would their voices have been heard? Would anything have changed during a peaceful protest? I mean, I'm not justifying what people are doing in the rioting. I'm just saying you've got to understand that sometimes it takes an act of violence, unfortunately, to be heard. It doesn't make it right. I'm not saying that at all. Sometimes it does take violence to get your message out there. But it's all just sad. It really is just all sad. That's the end of the video right there. If you have enjoyed the video, please go down there and smash that like button. Also, please subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos that I post in the near future. I've been your boy Oggy, and yo, I will see you next week in another video. Peace.